Hello, everybody. Just want to say shout outs to everybody who's been chilling with us in the intermission here. I appreciate it. We've been having some tech issues today, but hey, you know what? One of the reasons why we're doing Road 2 is to help iron some of this stuff out so that day one of SDAT runs hella smooth. So,
it's going to be as smooth as a shark's back.
That's right. That's a interesting simile you use there. But one that is not inappropriate. So, alrighty. Give us a minute and we're going to hop on over. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Thank you for calling the offices of Dayman. Please listen closely as our menu options have recently changed. For a directory of services, press 0 or choose from one of the following menu options. For Third Strike, press 1. For Street Fighter 6, press 2. For Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, press 3. For Super Mario RPG randomizers, please press 4. For Extreme G or XGRA content, please press 5. For all other options, please press 0 or stay on the line and someone from our staff will be with you shortly. Interested in more Dayman content? You can check out his stream at twitch.tv/Dayman or twitch.tv/DaymanAAA.
बहुत अच्छा लगता कि मेरी बेटी पहले से कमज़ोर थी, अभी नॉर्मल में वो ये खेलती है, बोलती है, चलती है.
وين مرتا وين تمرق مرارة بدو إقاجي داون.
والعظم يعني الناس كامل يعني يقولوا لي مش تعيش البنت يوزنوا يعملوا كل شيء الحمد لله.
Did you click share your screen?
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to at Road to SDAT. Give us 1 second. I forgot to give you the live roll, and that will allow you to share your screen so that your commentator can watch.
Cool.
Go ahead and try that right now, and that should work.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. I am joined here by Happy by 3. Why don't you introduce our runners here?
Yeah, y'all have heard from me. We were hanging out in intermission, but I will be hosting for this Subspace Emissary any % easy run, and I am joined by filthyscrubgaming, our runner.
Hello.
As well as Techstrobe doing some commentary. Now, I think last time I saw this run, y'all were both running together, yeah?
No, I am. I live up to my name. So
So Tech is the world record holder. Tech is the one that has taken this game to an insane level, and I am about mid. But I've learned some new skips, and I'm ready for today. So it's gonna be a fun time today.
Awesome. Before we get started, can you bump up Happy by Three's audio in the Discord call?
Yes, I can. He was just very loud in my ears. But I can bump him up.
Make me
I will do
louder.
that.
Yeah, just a little bit, because they're a little quiet to hear on stream.
And I realize they're the person.
So the one person we didn't audio balance because
Yeah.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Cool. You're a little loud in my ears, but if the stream can hear you, that's good.
Alrighty. Well, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Cool. All right. So time here starts. Let me just reload. I want to be able to see chat. So time here starts when I hit easy. Picked a lovely name for us here. All right. So we're gonna get going. I'll do 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so right off the bat, I need to switch the window that's available because I pressed spacebar for my splits and something else happened. So right off the bat, welcome to Brawl. This is Brawl. Tech, do you want to talk about like the history of it and stuff? I feel like you know that better than I do.
History of the game or the run?
Yeah, like of the run. Like tell about your glory.
Well, this game didn't really have any runs until 5 years later for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And since then, it's kind of been through like some eras.
Some eras. I came in, so as a heads up, is the game loud? The game seems very loud.
I'm sure they balanced it.
Okay, so as a heads up, so I came into Brawl right around when some of the bigger runners were trying to get sub 2 hours. That was the era that I was there for. Was the 2-hour goal was like a big deal at the time. I had one thing that I contributed that saved about 15 seconds, which I'm very proud of, and I'll point that out when I get there. But for the most part, Brawl speedrunning is just... Oh, I'm dead. That's unfortunate. For the most part, Brawl speedrunning is just run fast, fight fast. So there are a couple of things that I did wrong there. For example, Brawl, as you may be familiar, I'm playing on console, right? Which means that our loading times are something else. Brawl loading times are notoriously bad. So we want to, in the run, I don't know exactly how it works. You want to try to be the character that you're going to be in the next segment at the end of each segment, right?
It's relevant for a couple of things.
Yeah.
Because it's not NG+.
Or I guess that's fair. But I mean, like, in between levels, right? Like, in between segments of levels, you want to load in the characters that you're already playing as much as you can. Just to save on loading time. Things like that. I don't know. I'm just here to have a good time. Chad, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to hop in if you're hosting too. Tech did a run on this recently that was a lot more serious. This one's a lot more casual, as my estimate being 28 minutes, 30 minutes above the world record goes to show. So, sorry, we don't get cutscenes. They're too long. There's like 40 minutes of cutscenes. So if you want to know the lore, the basic lore is, well, how do I explain the lore of Brawl in like 5 minutes? Blue guy.
I mean, to be fair, you have 2.5 hours. You
I
don't
guess
really
that's
need
fair,
to do
yeah.
5 minutes.
Blue guy built bombs. People in the game are trying to get the bombs to go off. Heroes are trying not to let that happen. DDD knows about the bombs, is trying to save the day, etc. I don't know. Brawl lore is complicated, and there's a whole, like, there's cutscenes that were cut for time, for production, that we don't get. Okay, here's the first skip of the run that I'm probably gonna fail, but I will do my best with it. I haven't gotten it in a while. So this is gliding. Welcome to Brawl. if you ever played competitive Brawl, you know about Meta Knight. And this is what made Meta Knight, not what made Meta Knight. Ah, I missed it. Okay, so gliding is the fastest movement most of the time, like almost always. Okay, so I tried to glide over. You can glide over a lot of the fight skips. You can get over them. There's like triggers to have the fights happen. You can glide over them. You can skip them in a lot of different ways. That was what I was trying to do there. This one I'm not very good at, but I have practiced other ones. We will get them. Don't worry. Oh, this is going to end well. One of the fun parts of Brawl is learning how to adapt too. A lot of the times you're going to get an item that's bad or something that's trying to mess with you a little bit. So, we adapt, we do what we can. Alright, say hello to Zelda. You may know that in Brawl, Zelda was not a very good character. That's correct. But Sheik is okay. So we're gonna switch to Sheik and get ready for the most intense gameplay of the entire run right here.
What, running?
Running to the right, yes. So that was that segment. Anyways, then we do this. So yeah, Sheik is better than Zelda. We generally try to pick the fastest characters. I don't know the exact reasoning behind it. I think it's mostly movement speed, right? Characters that can move quickly. There's a few instances where there's a character that's better for a fight that we choose. But for the most part, it's just we want to move as quickly as possible, ignore as many enemies as we can, and just try to, I meant to roll there. Just try to get to the end of the level as quickly as possible. There is like a lot of things that were discovered semi-recently that Tech has implemented a couple of them into his runs with like, what are they called? Pause glitches? I have no idea how that works. If he wants to explain it, he can. If he wants to give a simplified version, that's fair too, but I'm not going to be doing those because I'm not at the level where I need to try to implement those.
Just pressing pause, the frame entering a locked fight. That's basically it.
I've just realized that I can't hear Tech very well. I heard him say words, but... Can chat hear Tech? Because that's fine. If chat can hear, that's good. Okay, so yeah, we try to... Some of these fights I have consistent strats for. Some of the fights there are consistent strats for that I don't know yet. I'm actually going to take this. Normally I don't like to take mushrooms, but this one's impactful enough that I'm going to go for it. Because you see how much faster I move with a mushroom. Okay. That's Sea of Clouds right there. I did not. Okay, so this is the first time I accidentally clicked save. I do that a lot. The technical fastest version of this game is actually the PAL version of Brawl. There are skips that are possible in the European release that are not possible in the USA release. I tried to not get hit by that. We'll talk about those as we get there. That mushroom box is 50-50 for a big mushroom or a little. I try to avoid the little one, but sometimes I don't. So as you may have noticed, my name is Filthy Scrub. I try to live up to that as best as I can. So it is what it is. Nope, this is fine. This is fine. I am a little nervous, as you may be able to tell, but we're having a good time here today. I needed to be Donkey Kong eventually anyways. Technically, Donkey Kong's faster the whole level, but I learned the game with Diddy, so I'm more comfortable with him. And I've learned that I just gotta stick with what I'm familiar with if I want to do well, so... But yeah, a lot of the characters you'll see a lot of. Meta Knight, Yoshi. A decent amount of Kirby, but most of the time that's because we're forced to. You'll see me do Pit a couple times. And then we get an auto-scroller. A lot of auto-scrollers in this game. A lot of moments where we're just going to be sitting there. I'm going to actually try to build up a little bit of damage here. Because there's a bullet bill that can launch me into a door a little bit earlier. If I have enough damage. It's not... I'm not, like, going to do this a lot. Tech does it more than I do, with damage boosting and stuff like that. I'm not going to do it a lot, but I'll take a little bit. Alright, well, that kind of worked, right? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. That is the jungle. A little bit of a rough start, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, did I lose all my Discord? Can anyone? I don't see a Discord call.
Oh, I still hear you. Do you hear us?
I'm assuming now.
We still hear you.
Oh, there we go.
Hooray! Welcome back. Not that you ever went anywhere for us. We heard you the whole time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. I'm not very good at Discord. I'm having trouble hearing tech, but I can hear everyone else in the Discord call fine.
Figure it out, Tech. It's all your fault, probably.
No. The odds are high that it's
That's
mine.
fair.
You put Tech in your name and tempted fate.
Okay, you know, in retrospect, I think it's actually my, I think it's my headphones I'm using. I think they're old.
Do we need to have a pop-up event to get new headphones for
There we go. I have headphones. I have a lot of copies of them. They're just not the ones I use on my computer usually. It's fine. It's all good.
I think we should put together a charity marathon to get you headphones.
Well, there we go. We should put up a charity marathon to get Filthy Scrub to be better at this game. Because I chose that name because I live up to it, you know?
No, I feel you. That is the energy I bring to every game I speedrun. Is like, I'm going to be middle of the leaderboard, but dang it, I'm going to have a good time doing it.
Brawl is my highest placing on any leaderboard because it's the least number of people that run that game. So it's good. It's I'll take it. It's a win, you know?
Whatever counts. Yeah, that's why I think I'm like 5th or 6th in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but you know, there's not a lot of people who have completed runs of it. So.
Yeah. I hold myself proud that I do hold one record in Brawl, and that is the all challenges run. There's a challenge board of about 100 and I think it's 120 challenges or so. I have done the world record run out of 3 people that have tried it. Of that category, it took me about 34 hours, so that's my claim to fame.
We love a
here.
long run in this house.
We love a long run. I'm gonna try this this fall. If you stay tuned on my channel, I think I'm going to try doing it with none of the golden hammers. So I'll have to like collect all the stickers, all the trophies, or most of the trophies, stuff like that.
Basically pain.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. I estimate that it'll take me like 4 days, but I can sleep during it because there's a lot of time you have to spend in the game too. Anyways, back to Brawl. This is Brawl. We're still talking about Brawl. This is Rayquaza, the flying dragon type that lives in a lake. So yeah, this level has a lot of these doors you switch in between, in and out of. The blue leads to yellow, the yellow leads to blue. I know a lot of people got confused as kids. It's not too bad. Okay, here's my hot take of Brawl. This is the worst song. I hate this song.
Alright, that's a pretty bad take.
Nah, I hate Bramble Blast. F. F tier song. Come on. You can all fight me in the comments, in the chat here, but...
You can fight in your dono comments.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me fight on your behalf.
Donate money, tell me why I'm wrong.
Oh, this is a tactic, I see.
It's always a tactic.
I mean, it is ever since I was a kid, I would play through Brawl all the time, and I didn't like this level, and so this song became associated with a level that I didn't like. Now I kind of like it. It's all right in the speedrun. It's one of my more consistent
that's
ones.
Fair.
But
I can respect that. It's not like, oh, this is a terrible piece of music. It's like my brain associates it with the frustration and fury of trying to play the level.
Yeah.
That's fair. I respect that.
Actually, that wasn't a terrible mushroom to get. You have to weigh the whether mushrooms are worth getting or not. You have to weigh it based on, am I going to enter a door soon? Will it wear off? Because the time it takes to grow and shrink is sometimes not worth the time you save by having the mushroom.
Are those set? Like, do you know, like, this one's worth it, this one's not? Or are they random enough that you have to kind of make decisions?
There's very few points in the run where you know what item is going to happen. Like, right here, it doesn't matter. It's an auto-scroller. So I'll take it. But for the most part, the item play, you just kind of have to adapt to. I did a run to practice last night, and I had, like, terrible item luck. Like, mini mushrooms were spawning on top of me. I had, like, the explosive boxes just appear. You know, bombs dropping on me, so hopefully that doesn't happen today. But that's why I like this game. I like games with a little bit of chaos in them, and I feel like Brawl has a healthy amount of chaotic randomness.
I totally respect that. I'm the same way. I like a run that requires me to have just a tiny bit of, like, on the fly, something could explode.
Yeah. Makes estimates kind of hard, but, you know. There's no reason to do this, I just do it. It's just my habit. What I am going to do intentionally, though, here is I'm actually going to die as Fox. Because the upcoming fight, we're going to have a fight with Bowser upcoming here, and Diddy has a much easier time fighting Bowser. At least for me. I haven't kept up with what the record actually does. I haven't kept up with who's the right one to use at different points.
So do either of y'all play competitive Smash at all? Or any fighting game, or are you strictly a speedrunner for Smash?
I mean, I've tried.
Not a melee.
Yeah, I tried with Smash 4 and with Ultimate, and then I realized that I just don't like that side of the community. It's just not for me. I never really vibed with any of the guys at my college that were playing Smash, and I like the speedrunning side of things, but I still play them all when they come out. Also, my younger brother was better than me at every Smash game, so it was like, what's the point if he's just gonna kick my butt every time? I think, okay, this might be incorrect. Welcome to, I think, the longest auto-scroller in the run. It might be the second longest.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It is wrong. What is the longest?
The Glacial Peak is 2 minutes 3 seconds.
Oh, the Glacial Peak. Yeah, that'd do it. Alright, well, either way, this is a long one. Brawl has a lot of auto-scrollers, and some of them you can kind of skip. There's one in a late level that we're going to hopefully get to skip a bit of, and one in the next level, too, that we're going to get to skip a little bit of. But for the most part, you're kind of locked in the auto-scrollers, at least if you play it pretty straight. If any of you have seen, I know he's in the chat, Dylan Stedge's Brawl TASes. Auto-scrollers are just a state of mind for him, really. You don't have to do any of those. But for humans, you have to sit through a lot of the auto-scrollers. Fun fact, this auto-scroller gives me just enough time to go to the bathroom if I have to. Like, if I'm trying to grind a run and I go, oh, gotta go. It gives me just enough time. Chat, what do you remember about Brawl? What's your favorite Brawl enemy? And then I'll tell you why you're wrong. Favorite subspace emissary enemy. I don't know what mine is. Tripping is my favorite enemy. That's pretty good. No, I was spamming too quick, and I picked Ness, and I wanted to be Lucas here. It's not like that much slower, but okay. Well, I guess I'm Lucas now.
Just like you wanted to be.
Yeah, exactly. There's ways to, like, from what I understand, to manipulate some of their attack patterns. Some of it's RNG, some of it, depending on which way you run at the start of a fight, can be affected, but I haven't grinded this game out in a while, so I'm unfamiliar with any of those as much as someone like Tech or some of the other runners might be. This is a fun little segment if you forgot how this story works. Pokemon Trainer only starts with Squirtle, and then you have to, like, collect the other Pokemon as you go. The other Pokemon are not... The only Pokemon that matters is Charizard, right? We'll use Squirtle briefly, but Charizard is the only one that actually matters, for reasons you will see. Yeah, this is fine. Oop, that's gonna hurt. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to mess with this? Sure, why not? That was all planned. You saw all of that? Perfectly planned. It was not. It was on accident. But I bounced the direction I needed to go. Okay, this fight has been going actually pretty poorly for me lately. That was somehow kind of better, if that means anything. Vitins can get really obnoxious after a while. Every enemy sucks. The correct answer is that every enemy is the worst and that there is no good enemy. The only ones that are mildly acceptable are, like, mites, because they're tiny and die in one hit. Okay, you can skip that fight. I've never learned how, and I don't want to waste your time trying to do it, but you can skip that fight as well with Lucas if you double jump PK Thunder boost over the trigger. There's a lot of fights that you can skip in this run. I'm dead. Not dead. But if you were, say, to want to pick up this game and start running it, this is more akin to what your run might look like. Something like this. Okay, welcome to Battlefield Fortress. I'm going to really focus for this level. When we get to a certain part, I've been practicing this skip. I've gotten consistent at it, so I'm really hoping I can pull it off for y'all. Because it's, in my opinion, it's the coolest one in the run. So when we get there, I'm just going to shut up and focus. Feel free to explain it if you know how to. I don't know how to. I'm sure you do.
Right now or during?
During or right before, either way.
During the horde thing, probably.
Because I do have to do a backup version of it, but I can get the majority of it. That's weird. They usually swing at me. They didn't swing at me that time. I'll take it. They want you to, like, neutral B here, but you can actually down tilt it if you're not bad at the game. 1 One short hop forward air will kill these on easy. Oh, perfect! I don't even have to worry about them. Thank you, Superstar. See, that's a nice item spawn. We don't usually get nice ones. Okay, now weirdly enough, we're going to make a conscious choice not to choose Meta Knight. Meta Knight in this game, there's like a Pokemon style system of attacks, right? Where like each attack has a different, in subspace, has a different like element to it. There's like fire, slash, etc. Sword Pyramids have resistance to slash attacks, and all of Meta Knight's attacks are slash, I believe? Or at least all his good ones are slash. Am I explaining that correctly? But for some reason Marth's aren't? Or he's just more powerful?
I don't know how it works. Meta Knight just doesn't work here. That's all I know.
Follow me, Pyramid. Okay, here comes my skip, my moment of truth here. Let's see if I can do it.
Went from the second fight back into the first fight because their triggers overlap for whatever reason. It's one of two stages where that's the case. He has to take the pyramid that followed him. That might be too early because
that was too early.
Into another.
Dang it!
It went into another pyramid to the left that you hit, so it made it even worse.
Dang it!
You would have unlocked the auto-scroller camera, but the auto-scroller would have still been going on in the background, so you would have been timed to finish the room before getting completely warped to the end of the auto-scroller, which initiates the fight.
I'm so disappointed. I worked so hard to get that one. I practiced that one so much. I thought about switching to Meta Knight so that I could just try again, but I thought about like doing the fight in the last part as Meta Knight. Okay, well I'll get to skip some other fights, but it's not the way it's supposed to look. Dang. Oh. Also, I assume I hear tech about half the time, so I assume that I heard most of that explanation, but this would have all been skipped had I not messed that up. But now we gotta do this fight right here, which we would have flown over. And then I'll skip the next one, and then one more that I'll have to do. Come on. Nope, okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Skip another one there. And then I'll
You can skip the last one with Tornado, too. You just have to delay it.
Yeah.
You have to, like, delay until the last bit of the Tornado.
Alright, well that was fun. A bomb flew into my hand. Didn't die, which is good. But... Alright, well, sorry about that, folks. You got to see how the skip looks, and then what happens when you die. But that's alright, that's alright. There's another one I've practiced that I hope to show off in a later level. And either way, we're still having a good time here, right? We're still playing the game.
Thrive. Don't mind if I jump in for a sec?
Go for it.
We are just rounding out the 30-minute mark, so I just wanted to give a quick hop in, do some host stuff, and remind everybody what we are doing here. We are raising money for Save the Children. Save the Children is an organization that believes every child deserves a future. They work hard every day to give children a healthy start in life, the opportunity to learn, and protection from harm. Since their founding over 100 years ago, they've changed the lives of over 1 billion children around the world. Save the Children does a whole mess of stuff, a ton of different things, all geared toward helping children have successful, healthy, safe lives. Every little bit helps, so if you are able to support the cause, you can click that link in chat, throw a donation in, and I would be so happy to read those donations on air, especially if you have some Brawl or Smash-related hot takes, because I know so little about Smash that I will not get upset about them.
Oh, come on. Sorry, I missed another fight skip there.
Yeah, that's good timing.
Yeah, that's perfect timing.
But yeah, give money, save children or whatever.
Give me some Smash hot takes.
Like, do you think that Meta Knight should still be able to do 3 up airs in 1 short hop?
Are all of those words? Find out next time. No, I know. Alright, so that was a travesty. But that's okay, we've moved on. You know, we got through the Battlefield Fortress, we've moved on. You'll see a lot more Meta Knight, and it's all good. Now we get access to Yoshi. Now, you don't actually have to kill everything in this fight, but I can never remember which ones you have to kill and which ones you don't. So I just get them all. But sometimes it'll, like, lock the camera like that and then not make you fight all of them for some reason. It's very inconsistent. Okay, that was kind of sick movement, though. Hitting the boomerang, crim it into the other one felt nice. The vibes of this run are determined by how many blocks are still present when I walk in this door. 2. That's mid. It's mid vibes. Okay. Cool thing is you can just egg roll through a lot as Yoshi, which is pretty neat. Egg rolls.
Exactly.
Sounds delightful.
I didn't want to throw the Fi-ish. Which, if you don't know, their names are Fi-ish, which is a little pun because it's a fish, but instead of an I in their name, it's an I.
Ah.
That was unfortunate, but we got there. Alright, who was that? You'll never know. Okay, this next level, we get to play as Pikachu for a lot of it. And I am a silly man who goes for a very difficult, not super difficult, but challenging to do optimally strategy called quick attack canceling. So you'll see me trying to jump out of my quick attacks. I'm going to try to do them into the ground, jump out of them, and it's a little bit faster if you do it optimally. I'm not usually optimal about it, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes the enemies also hit me, which is very cool. Good game design right there. You're supposed to like get another key, go up the door, open the door, etc. But you can just thunder it. You can also do it as Zero Suit too. You never have to actually go get the second key in this level. Oh, come on. Sometimes I'm too quick about the quick attacking. I mean, I missed the actual ledge. Alright, chat, this is a real strategy that I actually use. You don't have to, but it's my strat. And the reason it's a real strat is because I would get hit by this enemy if I were not taunting right there. I could also just, you know, move out of the way, but that's no fun. That's fine. Damage boosting, right? That's task strats right there. Okay, this is my favorite room. This is one of my favorite rooms in the run, because you just kind of ignore everything. It wasn't optimal, but it still saved some time. Here's a gripe I have with Brawl. You ready? So here's one of my Brawl gripes. Every enemy in the game, right? Trophy stands are an item. You can collect them. Oh, hello. It ate my jump. You can collect trophy stands in this game. It's great. You can collect a trophy of any enemy, also all the bosses. It's great. However, those Bitons, the ball-shaped, the Pokeball enemies, the big ones, for whatever reason, do not have a trophy associated with them. If you trophy stand them, it's just the regular Biton one. But the Goombas have a big version. The Primids have a big version. It annoys me. Speaking of annoys me, welcome to the Lakeshore.
Good segue.
This fight is
So
the worst.
relatable.
It's 2 fights as Pit, and you just do what you can, you know? Ooh, alright, that was alright. That was alright. I'll take that. This is also like one of the longest loading screens in the game. so it's really hard to gauge if you're doing well on this part, at least if you haven't played it a lot, because you don't know, like, okay, how much time is it supposed to take? My goal is to get him off the walk-off, right? That's the goal. Mario tends to go for the other side, which is very helpful, he said sarcastically. Ooh? Alright, I'll take those, you know? I'll take those. Those weren't terrible fights. It's one of my only sub-splits, where I measure the time it took me just to do those fights. So as we stated earlier, gliding is our friend in subspace. It's usually faster, but Pit is not actually better for these fights. Hammers are also a very volatile weapon. Sometimes you're like, ooh, that could be good for this fight, but it usually isn't, because you can't drop the hammers in Brawl. In Ultimate, you can, like, drop them in the middle of the, like, in this game you can't, so it's usually not worth it. I wanted to down air there, it's fine. It's basically how it goes. So yeah, hammers, usually not good. Mushrooms, really depends on the situation. Franklin badges never hurt to pick up. Reflecting stuff is never a bad thing. At least, well, not never, but very rarely a bad thing. And you can reflect bullet bills with them too, if you didn't know. It's lots of little things that people just don't know about this game because you don't play it 15 years after it came out. Like this. Another fun fact. Subspace fun fact for you. These enemies right here with the big lips, they're called bucculas. They're called bucculus, right? Bucculus, when they grab onto you, they like suck onto your person, and that's the best way I can put that. They will do about 30% damage if you let them go all the way. If you let them go all the way, I'll demonstrate it right here. It'll do about 30% damage. I'll break free, and then if I let him go all the way, it will always drop a Maxim Tomato, which heals 50. So, if you're playing Subspace and you want 20% heal, let yourself get hit by one of these, let it get you all the way, and then kill it, and you'll save 20% of your damage. It's a little fun fact for you about Subspace. It's not advised in auto-scrollers. I did it in an auto-scroller to show, but I almost died. That would have been not great, because we want to be Yoshi going into this next room.
Mind if I jump in for a quick sec?
Oh yeah, go for it.
We have our first Brawl hot take.
I'm ready.
We have $5 from Cat State, which says, the ultimate chimera is kawaii.
Okay. That is a take.
I don't know what that is, to be honest.
It's the one-hit kill thing in the new Pork City stage.
Oh, so it's the same ultimate chimera as Earthbound.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's the Earthbound
little guy.
Chimera. He's a little guy with a lot of scary teeth.
Yeah, it's a lot of teeth. But he's just a little guy.
That's fair. Alright, here's a moment of shame. If you ever miss this in a run, which sometimes we do, it just happens. That key works for all 3 doors, but the game wants you to go, like, use it in the first door, pick up the key from the first door, use the key in the second door, and then, you know, etc. Work your way up to the top. But it works in all the doors, so you want to try to avoid it. I've had plenty of runs where I've gotten hit by one of the enemies and had to do the walk of shame down the hallways. Okay, that was actually a pretty insanely good fight for me. That does not normally go that well, so I will take that absolutely. Alright, sorry if you want the story. If you want the story, come to my stream and tell me to do a cutscene % run, and then I'll do that, I guess. I tried doing a cutscene % run one time where you just let all the cutscenes play. The problem was that I was so used to skipping them that I skipped like 4 of them anyways and had to reload the level. So that was fun. Here's another fun skip. That's, oh, gosh darn it. No, that one's so easy. And a trip on top of it. Jeez Louise. You can just PK Thunder over that. PK Thunder! If you're not a scrub, but it's fine. Oh, hello. I actually do this downbeat a momentum cancel here because I want to stop him from jumping up too high. Lucas has very slow air mobility. I don't know how much faster it is, but it feels good. It feels good to do it. There's like another tech you can do with Lucas where you can like... I've tried it a couple times. I don't know how to do it, where you can like shoot him forward a little bit, I think, but... Oop. But yeah, if you're just joining us or if you've come in a minute, I'm Filthy Scrub, this is Brawl. Please feel free to ask any questions in the chat or just hang out. I'm a very casual marathon runner, so that's a sick fight strat that works like 95% of the time. Dang it! So I actually don't really want to be big here because it kind of messes up. That was okay, I guess. I do not want this, so I'm gonna get rid of this bomb once I'm up here. Oh, I didn't get it moving yet. There are like consistent strats you can do with some of the fights to try and get them to be a little bit easier. Like I have some strats that I do in levels I'm comfortable with that work 90-95% of the time depending on the fight. So for the most part you can do you can play the game fairly consistently even though it is a platform fighter and the CPU kind of has a mind of its own sometimes. Like this fight, there's a couple strats. The one that I like to do is to not footstool him, that was an accident, is to come over here and just wait for him. And then he's dead. Thank you, Ducky. Ducky is one of the OG Brawl runners. Him and Tech. He was the second person to get a sub 2 hour time. I don't know what number Tech was. You were like 3 or 4, right?
Third.
Third? Oh, you were third, right. And then, yeah. I have a 228 as my, or 224 as my record, so it goes to show you how, and I grinded this for a couple months back in 2018, so that goes to show you how far the run has come, how good people are at it. Tech just blew everyone else out of the water. Like, he's now, like, what, 4 minutes ahead of second place?
I think.
Yeah, so if you want to play Brawl, there's not a super active scene, but it's a very fun one. It's a very good game with very fun modes and categories. I'm a big fan of all challenges and subspace. I wanted all events for a while. I wanted to try to get like under 30 minutes in all events. I think she goes by Beezalina now. She eventually did it, I think. But I did not. I did not have the patience for all events. All challenges at the hypest. I fell for it! Okay, so this key door, I forget that there's a key here about half the time. And when I forget, it's a moment of shame because I run headfirst into fire. It's fine. Okay, this next fight, I'm hoping to get an item. I'm really hoping that an item that I can pick up is spawned at some point. It will save me some time on the fight. Okay, or not. If I just do poorly in general, then it doesn't matter. Because I wanted to get an item so that I could hit the last Glider coming up from the bottom with the item and kill it a little bit earlier. We did not get the item. Instead, we had it spawn basically on top of... Oh, come on! Koopa! He ate my jump. There's a lot that can go wrong in this level. There's a lot that can go wrong in any level. And as filthyscrubgaming, I will tell you that it probably will go wrong for me. Okay, that's good. We got at least as far as we could. Dang it, I tried to air dodge through the rock. Didn't quite work, but that's alright. We're doing okay, you know? It really is just a good Brawl run is, for me, just a run where I can stay within a couple minutes of my time, where I can have an average Great Maze. When we get to Great Maze, it's a piece of work, so be ready for that. Now, you may notice we chose Squirtle here. Lucas is usually faster. However, there is a little segment here where we want to try to get through some moving platforms, and Squirtle's just a little bit easier to get through it with. Okay, we're gonna wait. This is not still... Oh, now we're not gonna make it. Jeez Louise, man. See, it's stuff like that, where like a mini mushroom just spawns on top of you. There's nothing you can do about it. It just hits you. So we wanted to try to get through before that closed off last time. Didn't work because the game decided to spawn a mini mushroom on top of me. But it's fine. It's all right. We're here. We've done it. Okay, pick the right button. It's that one. That's the right button. All right, Squirtle dance. I like to let Squirtle do a little dance here during this auto scroller. He just does his own thing. It's pretty great. These enemies really do not want to bother with me today. Which is fine, we'll take it. I don't need them to bother with me. Alright. So we died there. That was on purpose. Some of my deaths are not. That one was. Because we want to be Lucas for the next part of the level. But we wanted to be Squirtle for the beginning. So you just find an auto-scroller, die during the auto-scroller, you're good to go. There is a strat here where you can damage yourself really high on this auto-scroller segment, and then like damage boost at the end to the door a lot faster. It's so risky, because you take a bunch of damage to save like a few seconds. I will not be going for it, as you may have been able to tell. But it does exist. But I will stick Lucas's faith in the spikes a little bit. Hold on. There we go. What I am going to do is I am going to try to skip part of this auto-scroller. So this door right here, if you enter this door, I don't even know if it's that much faster. That door right there, the platform we were standing on has to slowly fall, right? But instead, because we entered that door, we skipped the rest of that auto-scroller, and we're able to get to the bottom of it faster. There's a couple points in the run where we enter a door just to exit it so that we can skip an auto-scroller faster. Yeah, especially on easy. When you play on intense, which nobody does because it's just unfair and not fun, right? But if you play on intense, then the auto-scrollers are a lot faster. That's part of what makes it intense, is the auto-scrollers go faster, the enemies do a lot more damage and knockback. That was a mistake, but it's fine. We shall survive. So yeah, the reason no one plays on intense, technically speaking, if you played perfectly, intense would be a little bit faster. No, I don't even think it would be. I think easy is faster because the enemies also just have a lot more health on intense. So every fight, you're killing enemies that have twice, 3 times the health, right? So I'm not even sure that it would be faster.
It would be way slower.
So
We're
it's not worth it.
Boosting some way slower.
It's true. Here's another Brawl fun fact for you. If you die during this part of the auto-scroller, you respawn at the very start, but this moving platform does not, so you are soft-locked and have to die. I've learned that the hard way more than once. These buttons are fun. On easy, it's not too hard to make the cycles, but the higher difficulty you get, the more precise you have to be with your movement. Dang it. I get hit by that a lot. Okay, we will take a little bit of a no, we won't. Okay, I was gonna say, if I get hit by him, he should shoot me over to the right, but he did not. Alright, can we get a good Charizard fight? The answer is 90% of the time, no. Today it was yes. We'll take that. Spacing Lucas's back air is so weird. Like, it's such a weird spacing in this game. It's very difficult to get. It's even more difficult to get it where Charizard can't still recover. So I'm happy I got that one. So we're gonna try to glide as much as we can in this level, because Meta Knight is really good. This level is also just auto-scroller central. It's a real shame. A lot of the Meta Knight levels are full of auto-scrollers. Sorry, yeah, sorry if I go kind of quiet, I'm focusing, but I want to put on a good show for us all. Perfect shield those, because why not? There's a weird clip you can do here. I don't know how to do it, so I'm not going to try it, but you can clip through this mountain and skip this whole climb and or this whole fight segment up here too. That was no good. Yeah, I tried to back off. That was no good. You can skip this. I've missed a lot of auto-scroller skips. I am sorry for that, chat. I would recommend that you go watch someone who's better at the game than me, perhaps maybe even won TechStrope's current record, because it is impressive. It is very fun to watch if you want to see these skips. And I highly encourage anyone who wants to try it out. Try it out, man. We've just opened up emulator options pretty recently, within the last couple years, for the Brawl runs. They're not on the same leaderboard because emulators sends like an extreme amount of saves an extreme amount of time with all the loading and stuff, but if that's your only way to access it, we do allow it, so you should try it out. Brawl was my first speed game, my first speedrunning community to get into, and it's been a fun journey. We're here at auto-scroller number 2 of the level. 2? 2. Okay. Oop, yeah, I saw that coming. I was a little too antsy there, and I ended up dying. It's fine. It's not the worst place to die. Just a little bit slower than gliding through this is Meta Knight. That's another thing you have to get used to is the timing, right? The fight lock, the camera lock, ends when the last enemy has died, but oftentimes the enemies don't die very quickly. You want to try to hit them into each other so that they die faster, but most of the time when they go flying off the screen, it's like very slow for them to die. Sometimes I try to anticipate it. As you can see, it does not always work. That's alright. Say hello to the only boss that has returned in a future game as a boss, Galleon. Because I was going to say Ridley's returned, but not like as a boss. And also say hello to the fastest level in the game. Because of one very broken move called Rock Smash. Rock Smash destroys bosses. So that's cool. Alright, so I don't play PAL, so I can't explain how this level is faster in PAL other than there is a skip. But there is a skip in PAL that I'm sure Tech might be able to explain that you can do on this level. Or at least the differences.
You just skip over this fight, and then there's an auto scroller that's triggered by it, and you apparently can die in a death warp zone thing and spawn past the auto scroller for some reason. I don't know.
It's something like that. If I died here right now on my American copy of the game, I would just spawn. You skip the fight, and then the auto-scroller starts, but if you die after skipping the fight in PAL, it like shoots you to the end of the auto-scroller for some reason, which it doesn't for me, which is very unfortunate, but I don't want to buy a PAL copy of the game, so this is what we have. But it's okay, because I get a cooler version of a skip later. In my opinion, a cooler version. So yeah, for this one I just picked Kirby. I think the, I don't remember what the PAL version does if you pick Kirby to do the skip, but I picked Kirby because he's better for that fight. At least for me, it's more consistent with Hammer and stuff like that. But really we want to be Pit.
The fight is on!
Dang it. Alright, there we go. So that's, you would spawn right here after the auto-scroller, basically. But because I'm playing on stinky NTSC version, which is not the European release, I gotta do the auto-scroller all the way out. But because we're Pit, Pit has a special skill, as you may remember. We can glide. Now, I could technically use this glide to skip this fight right here. I don't know how to do that. It's very risky. I'd rather just do this. And then if I up B the whole way through, then I can skip that fight. There's a fight trigger right there. A lot of fight skips that you don't think about in Subspace, and I'm impressed that people bothered to try them and find them and all that stuff. A lot of fights you can skip.
The fight is on!
This run is really bad in my PB, or this level's really bad in my PB for some reason, so that's kind of nice that it's a little bit of a time save. No! I went the wrong way! A little bit of a time save for me. We probably won't PB today, Chad. I've been getting better at the game, getting warmed up a little bit after not playing it for like 3 years, but we probably won't PB because of a certain incentive we met, so that'll throw off a little bit of my timing. Not too much of it. It only adds a couple minutes, but it also makes menuing a little bit harder. But it's okay. We're gonna save, as you will, save the animals or save the fighters, if you will. But we're a while away from that. We're like hour-ish away from that. 50 something minutes. Okay. Let's have the items and enemies be nice to me here. This part of this stage is... Nope. Yeah, see, that happens. So that happens sometimes. It's fine. Stop that. Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna do this fight as Diddy. Diddy and Fox are both okay at fights, if I push the right buttons. You missed it, chat, but we had a whole saga of me trying to figure out my audio, and the conclusion that we had was that I would be hearing the audio rather delayed in my head, and for some reason as Diddy, that is really throwing me off in these fights. Like, I'm trying to do moves and it's not going through, so that's a little weird, but... Is Bramble Blast the same one that I complained about earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Stand by my opinion. I don't like this song. Gangplank Galleon is good though. I will concede that. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here, normally I'm Fox at this auto-scroller, so I'm not used to being Diddy with the movement here, but what I'm trying to do is get in this door. There's a door up here, same thing as what we did in the Ruins level when we were Lucas. If we go in the door, it respawns us a little bit higher up in the auto-scroller, and because auto-scrollers are so unbelievably slow on easy, it saves us a little bit of time. But I do want to stay Diddy. That's fine, I can still do that. I do want to stay Diddy here because the next fight is against a big old Diddy Kong. And if we can load in Diddy's playing in the, I'm not going to try to pretend like I know how the loading works. But being Diddy is faster. Entering this door as Diddy is faster. That's what you need to know. Alright. Bless RNG here. Okay, that was okay. That fight can go terribly, terribly wrong. Even on easy, one forward tilt will do like 90% and kill you in that fight. So, that went okay. I'll take that. Okay, that was a bad fight. It's fine. It's the most fear-inducing because there's nothing you can do sometimes. Like, you can... Back when I was really learning the game and really not comfortable with that fight, I would choose Falco for it because Falco can down throw chain grab him all the way to the ledge. It's very slow, but it's consistent. But, like, it's not worth it, you know? The giant Diddy fight, you just gotta take what you get and try to do the best you can with it, really. I disagree with that hitbox, but okay. This is fine. That works. Correct. Correct. Reject the reality of what I see. And then there's these weird spine enemies that just never appear again. They're just kind of here to be a nuisance, disturbance, and then they just disappear. Okay, are we done there? Yet another level that's just auto-scroller central. I don't think they can be called enemies. They don't have a trophy. I only want the trophies, man. Anything with a trophy is an enemy. Even the cancelled one. There's an enemy, we're not quite there yet, but there's an enemy that was cancelled in Brawl, if you didn't know. It has a trophy in the game, and it appears in one level. Alright, I lied. Remember earlier when I said that the Battlefield Fortress skip was the coolest one in the game? I lied. This is the coolest skip in the game, in my opinion. Because we sequence break in this level. And it's actually like a lot of time saved to sequence break. So I'm very excited to show that one. Now, Pikachu is usually faster. I switched to Zero. I play Zero Suit here because of one thing, which is one down air that we're going to do in just a second here. I think it's technically faster if you're like quick attack canceling with Pikachu, but it's kind of negligible either way. This though, skip that whole giant ladder. It's pretty good. I hate these Robs. These Robs are on my list of the worst enemies in subspace. Not the Rob fighters, just those two Robs. I hate them. They always hit me, even when I try to roll. Alright, welcome to every 10-year-old child playing Pikachu, or 25-year-old man playing Pikachu if you're not a Pikachu main. We're just gonna down smash and down B, that's about it. Okay, we're gonna try up smashing and then down B. Come on. Come on. Come on. This is really bad. It's fine. Okay, so now we're again not going to pick Pikachu. We're going to pick Samus because there's a death warp that we're going to do to get us a little bit farther and skip over an auto-scroller. Not an auto-scroller, a fight. A mandatory, like, camera-locked fight. As long as we don't die here, because I do it embarrassingly often. Those platforms can crush you real quick if you're not careful. Okay, so we're gonna hit this, jump up here, grab on this platform. Once we're on this platform, we're gonna progress forward a little bit. And then instead of going the way the game wants you to, which is to find another platform and ride it, we're gonna go out here. We're gonna die. Because then, when we die, we spawn here as Pikachu, and go up this ladder, hit this button, and ride this platform down here, which will take us to this one, which is the last platform we have to ride. So we kind of sequence break a little bit, but now comes the big sequence break. We're gonna go in the up door. They want you to go to the door to your right. We're gonna go in the one above us because then what we can do is we can wall jump up here. Go in the door that you're supposed to spawn in normally, but instead of spawning in there, we go in the platform, and we reverse the stage order, so we skip one room. That room that we skipped has a fight in it. So, basically what we're doing is we are completely canceling out that fight, going backwards through that section, hitting the buttons we gotta hit. It's my favorite skip in the game, it's super cool, and it's actually pretty easy to pull off once you know the basic movement of Pikachu. So if you ever want to sequence break Brawl, that's how you do it right there. Okay, that was a bad RNG. We don't want Ridley to go off screen. This is the worst boss fight in the run, in my opinion. This boss fight is the worst because Ridley is like so just... Pikachu and Samus are bad. Neither one of them is very good for this boss fight. But Ridley moves around a lot and it can be very annoying to deal with. Well, yeah, the TAS breaks a lot of things in this game, but... Okay. So yeah, there's a research facility too. Some fun skips, some fun things going on. Alright, should I do it? Should I? How far ahead are we on splits? We can watch the best cutscene in the game. You get this one, chat. You get this one. I should be underestimate still. You get this cutscene, okay? This is the best one in the game. Not this part. I mean, it is funny to watch all the Pikmin die. But it's better.
This is the ending of Pikmin 4?
This is the ending of Pikmin 4? Yeah, exactly. And they've all died. Alright, that's enough. You got the gist of it. So now we get Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon has one of the fastest running speeds in Brawl. I believe I don't know if him or Fox is faster, but he's definitely in the top 2 of the characters we get during the main story of Subspace. However, most times that we're capable of using him, after a certain point, Meta Knight's just better. But for a lot of this late game, we're going to be using Falcon, so get used to him. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, you only have to kill the birds and the beetle enemies there. But one of the birds... So we try to get off camera so that the birds can't see us. I missed a little bit, so one of the birds saw me and then caused me some issues there, but it's okay. Okay, I want to get rid of the scope primids. They're the most annoying ones. Because they have literally almost unlimited range. Like, their things reach out very far. It's very annoying. Okay. So now we're going to die here. By dying here, it makes these enemies go all the way off stage, and it brings us to Donkey Kong, who is also a good enemy or a good character to play as because down B. Down B is pretty consistent. They don't take, most of the enemies aren't stunned by it. They just take the damage pretty fast. So, okay. I lost about 40 seconds to letting us do that cutscene, but that was worth it, right? That was worth it. It was actually only about 30 seconds. All right, number 2 of me accidentally trying to save the game. During a Brawl speedrun, you literally never have to save the game, because even if you quit out of the game, you'll see, we'll do it later. You quit out of the game, it saves your most recent file automatically. So we never have to save, which is nice. Welcome to, I think, my least favorite. I think this level is sitting right now at my least favorite. There's a few that I dislike. But I think this one takes the cake for the worst level, in my opinion, right now. Okay. Alright, this is fine. A little bit roundabout, but it kind of works, you know? It's just entirely upward. Here's why this stage is the worst. I'll tell you why this stage is the worst, right? Subspace is a platforming game, right? Subspace Emissary, you have to platform. However, in Brawl, And Meta Knight is one of the best characters for platforming, you would think, because he has a ton of jumps, and he has, you know, gliding capabilities, and he can move upward with almost any of his special moves. The problem is that Subspace decided it would be a good idea to nerf characters with more than 2 jumps, because most characters only have 2 jumps, right? So Subspace said, let's take any character with more than 2 jumps, let's make their 3rd onward jumps just really pitiful, just bad, just not good jumps, and they'll get like half the height they normally do. So they nerfed all the vertical momentum in this game, and then gave you a vertical level. And I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Especially because your other option is Ice Climbers, and Nana is not good at following you in this game, and she will die almost certainly, almost immediately. And then Popo can't get anywhere, because Popo doesn't now have an up B, because his partner, who throws him up in the air for the up B, is now missing. And even if you have to, I'm going on this rant now, even if you do, you know, choose to do Ice Climbers, and you can manage to keep Nana, you can get Nana to keep up with the jumps, then the problem is if you ever have to up B, Nana's just left in the lurch, and she doesn't keep up with you, so she usually dies after an up B, and it's just no good. It's no good. It's no good. It's a terrible, terrible change, and I hate it, and it's no good and very bad. Okay, let's see if I can get in this door early. I did. Cool. Okay, this is the most important movement of this entire level, is getting around these glices, because if you don't, it's going to ruin your day. Oh, come on. Okay. You may have also noticed, if you're unfamiliar with Brawl, if you don't know, I'm thinking most of the people watching this have played Subspace at some point. But if you don't know, there's a lot of doors we skip throughout the run. Those are bonus doors. They lead to treasures, things that you have to unlock for 100%. Because this is any percent, we skip all those doors. We don't have to worry about them. But if you've ever seen a door that we've skipped and you're wondering why, that's why. Good. Bumpers are good most of the time. Ooh, another chance. Okay, let's see what we can do here, chat. That was not the direction I wanted you to fly. Dude, die! Alright, there we go. Sometimes these fights are terrible. They're terrible. Now they're friends, and everything's fine. Don't ask me why a fighting skill type is living at the top of an icy mountain. It just is. Okay, this is a stage where the entire stage is just one giant fight sequence. I think there's one of these in the game, too. There's a couple stages that are only bosses, but I think this is the only one that's only a fight against enemies with no platforming. Now this one I will usually take a mushroom because it's just a fight, right? So if I can speed it up in any way, that's pretty good. Oh, goodbye. Okay, I'm also taking this. You might think this is a bad idea to take this, this super spicy curry, to which I would say, yeah, clearly it was. But, I was hoping that I would get to these. This is what I was hoping for. So these guys Oh, I'm very fast now. Hold on. Not what I wanted here. Not what I wanted. I did not want a bunny and a curry. The curry doesn't speed you up too much in subspace, but bunny hood does, and I was not ready for that. All I was trying to say was the curry can sometimes kill the gliders a little bit faster. But it became very dangerous very quickly there. Alright, we got a cracker launcher, or as I like to call it, a cracker barrel. Cracker barrels are the next best things in boss fights. That's your next best way to save time in a boss fight. Now we're playing as Snake. Snake is very cool in Brawl because he has a technique called Dash Attack Cancelled Up Smash, or DACUS for short, where we cancel a dash attack with an up smash, and we slide. And I'm doing a very poor job at it, and I'll do very poorly now because of the curry, too. Curry makes it very difficult to do. But that's what it looks like, is this sliding. It is the fastest movement for Snake. Most characters, I don't know the exact logic, right? In theory, I think every character has the ability to do that, but it's not actually useful on hardly any characters, especially in subspace. Like, in competitive Smash, I know DACUS was a big thing for Jigglypuff. I think it was for Falco and Sheik, too. But, in speedrun, it's really only useful as Snake. Tech, do you do the crazy, like, level strat with Snake in like, subspace, or is that just an IL strat in this level? Picked up a hammer. Well, I can't hear him. If he said it, then I'm sorry for repeating. But basically, in that first room of this level, you can, like, get out of bounds with Snake's up B and then, like, use his, like, down B stall with his bombs to skip around the whole level. And I don't know if it's just an IL strat or if it's actually something that he does and runs. It's an insane strat. It's super cool. So normally they want you to go all the way around to fight this metal pyramid, but we can actually reach it through the door with a down smash, saving a lot of time on the movement there. Because for this level, I didn't even mention, in this part of the level you have to kill every enemy in order to open each one of the little blue doors over there. Right, you'll see there's one left, right? So every enemy you kill opens one of them. So you have to kill them all to open the way to move forward. This fight, I used to do it as Snake because you can just jab them off the edge. Like, literally, you can just jab them and they'll die, because Snake's jab has a ridiculous base knockback. But I have conceded that it's better to do as Meta Knight because it loads in a little quicker, and Meta Knight's really not that hard to do this fight as. Unless Peach gets a Star Rod, which is very annoying. But still good. Still pretty good. Yeah, ceilings are something you should build in your games if you don't want people to break them. Alright, so we are back to Sheik. I'm going to try at some points to use her chain to get around this area. It's kind of risky for me because I'm not very good at it, but you can, like, use the chain to get quicker, at least a little bit quicker around. I'm not going to do it too much because it's definitely not worth the risk. But in the next segment, like outdoor segment, it might be helpful as well. Here's one of the meanest hidden boxes in the game. Right above us, there's a crack in that wall. You have to break the crack in the wall with the little bomb thing that I just hit. It's an insanely hard secret because nowhere else in the game do you have to do that. So why would you think you have to do it there? I don't know. If you take a look below you, you will see a Mizzo. This thing right below us. He is a canceled enemy. Or at least something they built and then didn't use in the game. There's a trophy about it. It even references the fact that it wasn't used. It's a little bit of developer history that's kind of fun. I did not want to be big here, but it's fine. It'll work. This fight is going rather poorly. I'm dead. I'm super dead. I did not expect that to go the way it did. And that's fine. Okay, bye, Greep. Okay, so we're going to platform as Peach now, which is not what we want to do. So we're just going to kind of float. As you know, Pit and Meta Knight, they've been characters that can glide. Look, so can Peach. Look at her glide. No, the other character that can glide is actually Charizard. He has a glide too, but it's very hard to do optimally. Pull a Bob-omb. Okay, here we go. I didn't get a Bob-omb. In the task, Peach is used for the entirety of the Great Maze because she pulls Bob-ombs out from her down B, and it's insane. Alright, I tried one more. Didn't work. Didn't work. Alright, that's fine. On to another level that is just a boss fight. Battleship Halberd Bridge, we are fighting Duon. We're going to try to Dacus into him. We didn't Dacus, it's fine. We'll just forward tilt our way to victory here. There we go. Those little rockets that he sends out are the fastest way to damage Duon. Like, if you can get Duon to hit themselves with their own rockets, it saves so much time. But it's very difficult to do because the rockets fly at a weird angle. Alright, so now we are getting very close to the end of this run here. We are now at the Subspace Bomb Factory 1. Subspace Bomb Factory 1 is a maze level. They want you to go through it, try to find the right door. There's a lot of other doors along the way. If you enter some areas, it'll like lock you out of the moving and things like that. But luckily, because we're speedrunning, we know exactly where we are supposed to go. So we're gonna go that way. All the way down and then one up. That's all you gotta do, folks. This will take us to the end of the level. I tried to power shield that. Didn't work. One little fight. And then we're out of here. Okay. Now we enter the Subspace Bomb Factory 2, the longest level, and the one that has the other skip I have been practicing. Let's hope we can do it. We're going to play as Falcon, we're going to go through most of the level, and then at the very end we're going to switch to Rob and try to do a fight skip. Because we're in the late game, the enemies get a bit tougher can just jump over these boxes. Oh, come on. Okay. This fight is scary if it's not going well, so I need it to go well. Okay. Now, this is a tradition for me. I don't think any other runner does it, but it's a tradition for me. Towards the end of the run, we must salute our captain. Put any salute emotes you have in the chat. Salute the captain. Now we see the first door with knobs, so there's 3 little switches. You gotta get the 3 switches in order to unlock that door. We are really hoping for an item here. We got enough of them that it should be good. That's a lot of items. It might actually mess with us, but that item hits the switch that's all the way over there, so we don't have to run over there and back. We get the green switch, and then we work our way back up to the red. Which we have to break through some platforms to get to. Go in the door. Okay. So that's that. Next segment of the run, or next segment of this level, we got to get past a lot of bombs, or robs, a lot of fire. Should I go for it? There's a weird kind of skip here you can do, maybe. If the camera works with you. It did not work with me, but sometimes the camera will work with you there. You're supposed to hit this switch and then ride this across, but sometimes the camera works with you in such a way that you can just ride across. You can damage boost. It really depends on how the camera decides to act that day. I'm sure there's a way to kind of know one way or the other. But I just go for it and see what happens usually. Okay, you can see the walls closing in. That's dangerous, except it's not, because we can usually make it out of here before they close and we have to wait. I didn't feel too bad about dying as Falcon there because we're pretty close to the end of this segment, right? All we gotta do now is go in here. We blast through this door. We find out that Rob is the Ancient Minister, who you've definitely seen. And we have a whole fight section. We are going to move immediately to the left so that none of these things see us and want to damage us. A couple of the birds still did, but it's fine. Okay, hammer, no good. Don't want the hammer. We're gonna actually try actively to avoid the hammer, and hopefully that won't mess us up with the enemies we're killing here. I'm gonna take the healing just because. Take it again. Okay, there's gonna be some more birds now. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna try to kill this thing before it goes in its little tank shell. If you kill it before it goes in the tank, you save an immense amount of time. So that was really, really good. Okay, here comes the skip. I've worked very hard on this. I've practiced it. I have about a 70% success rate. I really want to show it off for you all. That's not going to do it. Yeah, so I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it again because I really want to show it off, and I think it might genuinely be faster to do it right now. It's probably not. It's probably about the same either way, but I really want to show this skip off because I worked on really hard on learning it. And this is the NTSC exclusive skip. I realize that it's the sound. It's me not having the sound that's messing me up here. So I'm going to take out my headphones for this really quick and listen to my TV audio for this skip. Because I really want to show it off. It's not faster at this point, but it's a really cool skip. So give me one moment here.
Continue.
Okay, so you will notice we are out of bounds here. That whole auto-scroller I was just going through, this is how you can skip it all. You skip the auto-scroller, and you come down here. That was, give or take, about the same amount of time as if I had missed the auto-scroller skip and just done the auto-scroller as usual. So I don't feel too bad about going for that. But it's a fun little, skip that saves some time if you get it the first try. And it allows you to go a little bit out of bounds and skip the auto-scrollers. I wanted to show that off. If I couldn't get the Battlefield Fortress one, I definitely wanted to do that one. So, hope you enjoyed that. In PAL version, that skip is, I think, a little bit slower for whatever reason.
It's 7 seconds faster.
In PAL, it's faster?
Because you don't have the camera follow.
Oh, dang. So I'm actually ripped off on NTSC. I thought it was faster here. I was misinformed. I'm sorry about that. Well, now I know that I'm just getting ripped off here in NTSC. But it's still a fun little skip. Okay, want to make sure I don't die here. Because we died there to be Donkey Kong so that we can spawn in the fight as Donkey Kong. As we fight Meta Ridley. He's just the best one for this because his up air is pretty good, his up smash is pretty good. Okay, well, this fight's going very well. This fight's going very well. It's fine, you know, it's all good. It's all good in the hood here. Had to knee him to death, right? Gotta give him the old knee. But yeah, I actually really didn't lose that much time going for the skip to show it off. So that's good. And now we enter subspace. They set off a big bomb. Here's what you need to know about the story now. Ganondorf and Bowser set off a big bomb, and now we're entering the big bomb. And because we had our little incentive met, everyone is also going to come out of this big bomb alive too. Normally, you save about 4 people in subspace, 2 of them for use, and like 2 or 3 of them, I think it's 5 is what I normally do. I save 5 people, 2 of them to use, and 3 of them to menu easier. But in this run, we will be saving everyone. So you get to see, here's your guide. Hi, my name is filthyscrub. Welcome to my guide to saving all the characters in Subspace Emissary for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is a game for the Nintendo Wii, created in 2008 by Nintendo for the Wii. I'm trying to do like an old school like tutorial. But, okay, let's get through this first, because this is also another cool skip that I really want to get. That was bad. Hold on. Doing it again. Doing it again. There are 3 auto-scroller fights here. Not auto-scroller. There are 3 fights here that you normally have to do. No, go up, go up, go up. I died. You can glide over the fights as Meta Knight. I did not. Now we'll do the backup. You can technically exit this fight by going, it's the same thing as Battlefield Fortress. You can like go backwards and spawn the last fight. But I would rather do this because I want to skip the third fight, and that skips the third fight. I get enough height to skip the third fight and the first fight. So I skipped the first and the third, and I had to do the second. But you can skip all three very, very easily. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your donations. Thank you for submitting. We are now going to save all the fighters in subspace. I practiced this a couple times, so we should be good to go here. Samus is our first. This also means that we're gonna get doors that we don't normally go in this level. Like normally you just skip this door, but because we gotta save everyone, we're going in here. Save the allies here, that's what we're doing. There is one more thing down there, but it's just a gold box. It's not an actual fighter, so we don't need it. Okay, Lucas, you can actually, if you're not careful, he can get taken away by the Trowlon enemy, is what those things are called. If you're not careful, he'll get taken away by them, and then you can't save him. You'll have to, like, respawn the door. So this is actually a door we normally enter anyways, because this door contains our friend Pokemon Trainer. However, we gotta also get Pikachu. The Pokemon Trainer is really important because we use him for a couple boss fights after this. I also normally save Donkey Kong for menuing purposes. I usually get Marth because it makes my menu prettier. The menu will not be convenient here today, but normally you try to make it so that you can menu very quickly in a Meta Knight. At least that's what I do, because sometimes I die and have to redo the menuing, so I want it to be easy. Here's possibly one of the hardest ones to get without dying, especially if you're DDD. If you're DDD, good luck, man. If you're playing as DDD, ain't no way you're getting that Game & Watch without dying. This one's Captain Falcon. I always get Captain Falcon as well. It is funny though when I play this and I die as Ness in a normal run, because we don't usually pick up Mario. So it's like Ness is straight up, or it's if I'm playing as Luigi, he straight up ignores his brother and leaves him to die, which is very funny. All right, we got to fight against Bowser now. Bowser we fought a couple times before. He's a tough enemy. He's a hard one to beat, right? It's a joke. We're gonna die is what we're gonna do. We're gonna die so that he taunts, and then we're gonna suck him up and do what we were supposed to do. So that's what we did there. And that is Subspace 1. We've saved everyone in the first part of Subspace. Let's get to the second half now. Now we play as Kirby. We're going to save everyone here as Kirby. I didn't want that to happen, but it's fine, it did, you know? Okay, you might take a guess as to whether or not we normally save this character. The answer is yes, obviously, it's Meta Knight. The only characters I actually save in this stage normally is Meta Knight. That's the only character I normally save. But now, because we're doing it this way, we gotta save all these guys too. That's who I normally save, Dylan. I'm not a task boy. Stop. Stop. Alright, so that is a very challenging section if you have to save everybody, because I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to get through it very quickly when I just do it normally, but because of our incentive, we had to go a little bit slower here. That's okay, we did it. What pace am I on right now? I am on, not a very good one, I tell you what. It's fine. I think what's the estimate say here? 228? Okay, I told them it would take about 5 more minutes if we met the incentive. So hopefully that's okay. We might go over estimate here, but I'm gonna try not to. But we might, because I had to save everyone else. But it should be okay. Great Maze is a level that exists, for sure. It's everyone's favorite. Everyone that has ever played Brawl just adores the Great Maze. Let's get through the rest of Subspace first, though. Can you sometimes you work really hard on like killing an enemy, you try so many things, your inputs get eaten because you're using an old GameCube controller, and then the enemy just decides, no, I'll jump off the edge now. Seems like my time. Seems like when I will seems like an appropriate time to just fling myself off the edge. Okay, ice climbers. Next is Snake. We're gonna save Snake, guys. This is the funniest required fight in the game. And we're done. Okay. They make you fight that Ticken, but then they make it so the Ticken has to just fall to his death. Like, I've tried to kill it faster. You can't. So that's actually a little strat I use to kind of clip through the bottom of the Gamiga. I don't know how to pronounce that enemy, that boss. That's a strat I use to clip through the bottom of it so that I can get what I need to. I didn't want to be big. Alright, now we save Wario. There are 2 more cutscenes to skip because we saved all the characters. Normally you only have to skip 1 cutscene here, but if you save Link and Zelda, they save Ganondorf, and then if you save Wario, he taunts Dedede, right? So that's 2 more cutscenes we had to skip there. And now we enter the Great Maze, the bane of everyone's existence, especially if you gotta do some weird menuing, but it's fine. It's good. It's all good. We saved the animals, or in this case, the Brawl fighters. So, the Great Maze. If you have not played this in a while, or if you forget how it works, the Great Maze is a giant maze of enemies, of platforming and fights. You have to go through the grape doors is what we always called it as a kid, right? You go through the grape doors, there's a fight in that door. You must beat every fighter and boss once. Once you beat all of them, then the final door to Taboo opens up. You go and you fight Taboo. The maze is large. It's very big. You don't actually get a map until this is what we look at when we see the map. You don't actually get a map in the game until you've done 1 full loop. Then you can see where all the enemies are that you need to fight. Okay, so the Great Maze is a lot of me improvising. There are ways to get these fights a little bit quicker. Generally, we're going for dash attack up B. Sometimes I have to improvise, but generally that's how we're trying to get through this. If you ever see me side B as Meta Knight, it is 100% an accident. I hate Meta Knight side B. It's not good in Subspace. If you ever see me do it, it's on accident, and I did not mean to do it. Just so you know. Any other B move? Well, down B is also usually an accident, but... Okay, here's a fairly consistent strat. Down smash Kirby, and then as soon as he lands, up B him. I reverse up beat him. That was a little unfortunate. Didn't work, but if you hit him with the tip of it, then he automatically dies. The cool thing about the Great Maze is some doors, like that Kirby door, you fight Kirby, and then the door just disappears, and you're stuck backtracking. It's very cool. So, you gotta know the whole route, you gotta know the maze. It's not too bad. Once you do it a couple times, you start to learn the route, and it's not that bad. But that was not the way he was supposed to die, but it was a way that he died, and I'll take it. And I actually golded that split. I haven't golded that split in a long time, so I will take it. These orange doors are save doors. We go in the save doors when we want to save, or change characters, or anything like that. Other than that, though, we just go to the door we gotta go to. Try to avoid backtracking as much as possible. And we get through the maze. The routing of the maze is very smart. It basically makes it so you backtrack as little as possible. There is still some backtracking you gotta do, even within areas that do loop around. But it's pretty good. It's pretty consistent that we just go one big loop around. That's how the routing works generally. There are 2 points we're gonna save and quit because it's faster to quit out and re-enter than it would be to finish like backtracking. Okay, that was a reverse hit. That's actually what I wanted there. I wanted to hit him with the reverse hit so that he would fly the opposite direction. And I could save some time there, so that was good. Great Maze is fun. Once you understand how the Great Maze works, I think it's a lot more hated than it needs to be. Once you understand how it works, especially if you have a route. If you have a route for the Great Maze, it's really not that bad. I think it's fun. But I understand why people don't like it, and it is a real time killer in speedruns. Because if one fight goes bad, boom, there's a minute lost, you know? There's a reverse hit. Anytime he goes backwards, I've learned very recently, it's a reverse hit. That means that I did it too late. That's what we're going for. That thing that you just saw is what we're going for most of the time. Okay, I do have to enter this door. Even though I'm at good health, even though I'm not taking that much damage, I have to enter this door so that that save point is a possible starting location when I quit out. You'll see what I mean in just a second, but when we quit out, we're going to come right back to that door. And if you don't enter the door, then you don't have that as an option, and I've lost a lot of time to that more than once. Nope, me and Falcon both have the same idea there. Okay, maze is very hard to do with delayed audio, I'm learning. What? Where did that go? Everything. This is really hard to do with delayed audio. Jeez Louise. It's okay. We're getting through it. That was bad. That was bad movement. It's fine. Okay, so now we fight Olimar. Olimar's one of the few that can fairly consistently die no matter how far off you launch him. Even if he doesn't, like, fall. Usually do something like that and he'll just die. I'm not worried about taking damage there because this is going to be our first quit out. So we're going to quit out, leave the Great Maze, because otherwise we would have to go all the way back the way we just came, climb all those ladders again. It would be very slow. Instead, we can just spawn ourselves right here. And we can keep going. The reason I picked Falcon second is because he's my backup. If I die as Meta Knight, which we really don't want to have happen, but if I do, he's the one I back up with. I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to be Charizard here. It's fine. You're supposed to be Charizard to fight this boss. I'll just do it as Meta Knight. It's not that much slower. I mean, it is, but... It is that much slower, but it's fine. You're supposed to be Charizard for this boss, and then you die as Charizard and spawn in as Meta Knight. It's fine. Ooh, okay, we get to see Cracker Barrel strats. Let's go! Okay, we got to see Cracker Barrel. That's alright. So that's actually probably one of the worst bosses to have the Cracker Launcher spawn in on. Because I would guess that that boss takes reduced damage from shots from, like, artillery. What's the term? Projectiles. Go through. Okay, yeah, so I am having a really hard time with the way my audio is set up right now, knowing what the heck is happening here. I think I may have to take the headphones out, which would mean I couldn't hear if anyone else tries to talk on the Discord call. It's okay, we got this, we're good, we're recovering. Okay, that's not a real gold because I didn't, that's not a real split. I shouldn't have been Meta Knight there. So we're gonna hope that we can survive up until this save door down here. And we did, which is good. So we're gonna heal. You get to see how to heal really quickly. If you go in one of these save doors, all you have to do to heal is you have to go on this top platform, which will show you the map, give you the option to switch your characters, but if you just back out of it really quick, you'll heal without switching characters, and you'll be back at 0%. So that's what we want to do there. We're going to grab a key down here, work our way back up, get a very loud noise from all the Pythons dying at once, and then we're going to go fight Mr. Game & Watch. That's a reverse hit, that's fine, we can work with that. We can't work with that, I'm a fool. I'm an idiot, I'm a dummy. Sometimes I'm dumb. But side B is a good backup as a Falcon, so that's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna go switch characters again. We do not want to be Captain Falcon through this next little platforming section. We want to be Meta Knight. So, now you get to see what it looks like when you switch characters. And that's that. Hope we're doing well, guys. Hope we're enjoying.
I mean, I, for one, am thriving.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I hope chat's having a good time. I'm loving it.
Brawl's a fun game. Even if you are a filthy scrub and do things poorly, it's still a fun game. And we should still be underestimate, I think. I'm not too worried about that, so that's good. Even with all the mistakes and mishaps. Okay, gliding. Isn't gliding fun, guys? Okay, now we're gonna face the best character in this game. And he's gonna die. Sometimes. He's not very smart. So this is actually like one of the best angles to come at with the glide. You want to have about a 10% incline is the best way to do it. Because it gives you still the raising of height, but it keeps your momentum low. If you go too high, you lose momentum quicker. If you just let them try to up-B recover themselves, they will almost always aim the wrong way. So if Ness and Lucas is off the edge like that, I usually just kind of let them do their thing. And 9 times out of 10, they'll die. So that's good. The cool thing about the Great Maze is that it gives you a lot of save points in case you need to, like, switch up your characters or whatever. They really want you to play around with the different characters, try them all out, stuff like that. It's better when I don't need to use them. But, like, there's another one right there if I had died at some point. There's another one right after this next fight we're gonna do. Like, they're all over the map, which is good. But hopefully you don't use them. A perfect Great Maze, you only actually have to enter 3 of the save doors. 3 of the doors, and I think you enter them 4 times or 3 times. Okay, that was a little bit of improvising, but it worked. Got around that. Oh, let's go. Oh, I took the damage right at the end. It was almost perfect. It was almost perfect. I took the damage right at the end. That's okay, we're gonna need to heal anyways. I mean, we'll take the heal. We get another heal right here. So this is back where we were. You might recognize this spot. We were already here. That's the best way to do it, is to get out there so that we spawn back here. And now that we've covered all 3 of the other doors, we can go into the last one at the bottom to what is probably my least favorite fight in the entire Great Maze. I am really bad at this fight. The platform layout, the character, it's just very tricky. There's a way to kill him off the top, but I can't do that. So let's fight DK and see how this goes. The problem with DK is his recovery is all like horizontal. So when I kill him off the edge horizontally, he can recover usually. There we go. That should be good. Or not. Yeah, you see why I don't like Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong? He's my least favorite one to fight. I hate fighting DK in this. And now you get a sneak preview of who else we have to beat. All right, that's it. That's your sneak preview. That's one of the 2 doors that'll lead you to Taboo at the end. It's not the one we're gonna go through, but as you can see, I'm improvising. But it works. You'll kill him eventually. It saves time eventually, you know? Doing good. I'm guessing this run will probably be about a 227, 228-ish is where I'm sitting right now. Hopefully a 227. That's the estimate, but... Okay. Let's go, Pikachu. There we go. That was a slick Pikachu kill. I'll take it. This is the second and only other example of the 3-color platform door, or 3-color button door. And this one actually has them all in different rooms, which is an interesting way of approaching it. I do think it's a cool little mechanic. I wish they incorporated maybe a little bit more into the game. Because we gotta get this one, right? And there's a fight right here too. So we gotta fight Rob. Who also is very easy to kill. That was another gold. Alright, I'll take it. Come on, go down, please. Go down. Sometimes my movement is sloppy. The reason I didn't get the red button when we first came in is because I grab it now when we come out. Rather than stopping to hit the button, I hit it when I can get a little bit of momentum off on it. That button, you do not have to, a lot of characters can hit right through it. You usually don't have to actually get the key way at the end of the room and bring it all the way back. You don't really have to do that. It's all pretty straightforward. That was about the best cycle that we could have gotten on Ridley. That was the quickest, like, attack pattern we could have possibly gotten there. So that was good. That was very good. I'm gonna heal just because there's a lot of tricky sections in this next little bit that give me trouble and I take a lot of damage in. So I'm gonna heal here. If I was going for like a real PB or trying to grind out the run, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have just gone for it. But this section can be a little dangerous if I don't heal, so I wanted to make sure that I was staying safe. I'd rather be safe as Meta Knight than risky and switch to Captain Falcon. Another neat thing about the Great Maze is it kind of lets you do parts of the levels that you already played backwards, because like we did this whole section in the Path to the Ruins, but we did it starting here, working our way to the right. So it's kind of cool that you get to see like a backwards view of it, right? Easy. Bowser's a very easy fight. He's a large target, and it's very easy to hit him. Alright, I guess we're doing this now. That works. I don't intentionally damage boost, but when it happens on accident, I'll take it. It's a pretty good damage boost. Word of advice to anyone playing Subspace, don't jump out of these. Whenever I watch people play it on like YouTube or something, or even with some people that I've played it with before, they always jump out because they're scared. This thing's taking you for a ride. Ride the ride out, baby. Don't quit the Uber halfway through. Sweet. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Pretty good DDD fight. Okay, this part is very annoying. There's so many enemies that want to do damage. I get hit by those, like, whatever they're even called. I don't know what they're called. That's an accident. Remember, anytime you see Meta Knight do a side B, it's 100% an accident. I never want to do it. It's never what I'm going for. Any opportunity where you could side B, it is probably faster to neutral B. Or up B, right? Alright, Fox, let's go. That was too... what was I even thinking there? Okay, bye, Fox. Fox is sometimes smart. Sometimes not. Get excited, chat. We're getting to my contribution to this run pretty soon. I can't even claim it as my own because I shared the moment with Vizalina, but this is my contribution to the run coming up. We're very close. We're very close to it. My 15-second time save that I suggested in the Discord as a baby Brawl runner. Would they have gotten sub 2 hours without those 15 seconds? Yeah, almost certainly. But did I help them get there? Yes. And I will forever hold that as my own pride. We're not quite there yet. Alright, so another area where if I was going for a PB, I would not heal, but because there's a little bit before I get to heal again, I'm going to heal here. Also, this movement from Mario to Galleon is fairly dangerous, so I want to make sure that I'm being safe here. But we are coming up towards the end of the run here, about 15 more minutes or so, I would say. Thank you all for watching. I've appreciated it. If I can do a little self-promotion while we finish out the run, just to finish it off. filthyscrubgaming on Twitch, on YouTube. I'm filthyscrubgaming. My YouTube is kind of dead right now. but soon to be revived because my brother and I play games on YouTube. We're funny. I'll hold to it. We're funny, man. But it's very hard to make it in the gaming sphere on YouTube. So if you like playthroughs, casual playthroughs, I suggest that channel. There's like 2 years of backlog you can catch up on. But I stream most of the time. I like to speedrun Mario. I do a 602 every year, if you're familiar with that, where you play all the 3D Mario games. I'm a 3D Mario guy. I speedrun Brawl on and off occasionally. I will be doing, like I said, an all challenges, no hammers run pretty soon here, probably at the start of October. So if you're interested in seeing me play Brawl for like 4 days straight, feel free to check that out. I also play some other games, not too often. Some Pokemon, some... that's mostly what I speedrun. And then I'm also 100%ing Breath of the Wild. I've never beaten a Zelda game, so I'm on a journey right now to try to not only beat, but 100% Breath of the Wild. It's been fun. I'd say we're about 25, 30 hours in. And it's going well. It's going fun, so... Once I do that, I'll eventually tackle Tears of the Kingdom. But that's kind of me, a little bit of what I do. I'm also a teacher, so I spend a lot more time. I spend a lot of time with that right now. Kind of busy with that. But we're here, chat. We're here to my contribution. What we used to do in the speedrun in 2018 was take the elevator down, fight Zelda, fight Peach, quit out, take the elevator, or no, fight Zelda, fight Peach, quit out, fight... I don't remember what we used to do. It was bad. It was not as quick. But now we take the elevator up and we go to Charizard. That was my suggestion, was to go to Charizard first. My contribution to Brawl that I can forever hold as my little suggestion that saved them about 15 seconds. Yeah, because it was we used to go down the elevator to get in the door, right? And the door at the bottom of the elevator used to leads, the door at the bottom of the elevator leads to this door right here. And so what we would do is we would go down, take that door, go right, and fight Zelda and Peach like we're about to do. Then we would quit out, go back down the elevator, take that door again, climb up to Charizard, and come out on that side. And I realized one day, I was like, why are we going twice over? We could just do the loop that we do now. And that was like 5, 6, oh gosh, yeah, that was 5 years ago that I made that suggestion, but dang it, I'm proud of it. It's always been what I did. It was my contribution, you know? Oh, what the frick? That was big. That was big. Disagree, that was big. Reject that. Sometimes when you play a 15-year-old game on an HD TV, it doesn't look that good. The colors are a little off. And sometimes you see a mushroom and you go, surely that is a mega mushroom. Surely I will grow larger and be able to kill Zelda easier. This is a perfect time to do that. Then you learn that you have been lied to, you have been mistaken, that you are in fact very small. So I didn't want to pivot there. Can you stop it, please, Peach? That's fine. It works. Alright, so now we quit out again. This is the second quit out. We go up to Wario. There, that door that we went in when we were at like 50%, didn't really need to, but we did have to so that we could spawn here again. So the top right and the bottom left are the two doors you have to go in. You have to. You always enter from the top left, so you could finish a subspace run if you did it perfectly without ever seeing that bottom right dot on the map. We did not do it perfectly, but that's okay. This is the movement, right? Okay, let's fight Wario. He should be dead. For some reason, the Shadow clone Wario really doesn't like to use his bike. He tends to go for up B even if the bike would save him, so that's what we do there. Alright, Luigi, let's go. Okay. Okay, that's Luigi gone. It's a good song. Everyone has a unique layout for their stage that you fight their clone in. If you didn't notice that so far, they all have a different layout. Every character has their own unique one. Luigi's is Final Destination. I don't know why. Luigi doesn't get any platforms, but this was a game where we bullied Luigi a lot. Like, this game in particular has a bad... It's got a bone to pick with Luigi. They always make fun of him in this game, so it's possible that they did that on purpose. They were like, he's not special enough for platforms. Okay, Rayquaza, the last story boss that we're fighting here. And then we'll have the final boss, obviously. This is really bad. That is bad RNG. As you may have guessed, that's one of the worst moves he could do. So that's unfortunate. But it's alright, we have 5 more fights left, 6 more fights left. Now we get to go in the door. If you did not know, you can actually warp from the map menu up there. I didn't know that until I started running it. I was used to using those little glowy barriers, but you can warp from the map menu. So you get a heal and you warp at the same time. It's pretty cool. The reason we warp back down to the bottom left save door is so that we can get to Lucas quicker. That was good. I wanted a reverse one there. Okay, he's dead. I know, look at all these potentially turn illegal stages. It's alright, Brawl doesn't have a lot in terms of what's good, what's potentially tournament legal. Okay, for Lucario, we're gonna work our way all the way up. Ah. I took a different approach there. Normally if I get hit there, I just kind of go, oh, well, this sucks. But I took an aggressive approach there. That kind of worked. If you see me randomly mashing, that's because I'm trying to mash out of the ice. I'm not just frustrated when I think most people are familiar-ish with competitive Smash. It's familiar enough to know that you can mash things. Lucario's a tricky one. He likes to... He's very floaty. So it can be difficult to predict where he's going and what he's doing. Should be good. Okay. Cool. And then we go right back in, we drop down. And we enter the Ice Climber's door. Now, we only have to kill Popo. We only have to kill the front Ice Climber here. So, let's try to find which one that is. Okay, they're both going over, that's fine. I think it's this one. Yeah, it was that one, but I couldn't. It's not that one. that one. It's the one I'm trying to go for right now. It was not that one. This is why it's tricky, man. The ice climbers, they look the same in this color. You don't actually know which one you're going for until it's too late. So that was a little slow. That's alright. Alright. Last 3 fighters. Let's go. A decent amount of platforming for these last 3 fighters, but it is the last 3 fighters. I'm gonna heal one more time. Probably could have healed after Ike, but I didn't want to take the chance of dying. Because it is actually much faster to heal after Ike, and you'll see why in just a second, but... But I didn't want to take the chance. Ike hits like a truck, and I was at 90-something%. Okay, could have taken the chance, but that's alright. Okay, the reason that I switch... And I wanted to make sure I was healed for Ike. The reason that it would be smarter not to heal until after Ike is because we have to go in this save door again. This save door acts as a save door, but it also does something for us. On the very right side of the screen, there's a wall that comes down. You normally have to push a button to raise the wall back up. But if you go in the save door, it resets the wall falling down. So you can just go in the door and do that. Okay. This is going well. Okay, alright. This is fine. It's the last 2 fighters. We got this. In the door, Marth. Marth's stage is really mean. It's one line. It's a flat stage with a flat platform across the whole stage. Marth has a little mechanic that you may be aware of called tippers, where the tip of his sword is stronger, and this platforming setup is made so that he can hit you with his tipper if he's below you. He can just camp out below you and hit you with the tipper. It's so mean. It's such a smart stage for Marth, but it's so mean. Alright, and now we go to fight the last fighter. Chat, who do you think it is? Do you remember who we have not seen yet? The answer is Ganondorf. And Ganondorf is dead. So that is it, chat. Now, if you were like me as a kid, you probably got lost at this point of the Great Maze. You said, what the heck do I do? You go in this door, don't you see? This door that's clearly opening. Okay, so time ends, just so we know, time ends on the last hit of Taboo. So I will tell you when that is. But you can see visually where he's at with his health, so hopefully it should be kind of easy to tell. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're gonna move. Well, that's fine, I guess. Nope, I'm dead. Alright, well. Spot dodge, folks. Spot dodge. That's all you gotta do for that. Okay. And time. Okay. We did it. We did it. We beat Taboo. We finished the Great Maze. 2:27, at least on my clock. Yeah, you got the same time. Perfect. We did it. Thank you all for watching. We beat Taboo. The world goes back to normal. And we didn't look at any of the other stories, so why should we watch this one? Thank you for watching. Yeah, I was on it. I was on the estimate. I said I always get about a 225, 226. And then I added a couple minutes for safety. Perfect. Nailed it. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you got a tournament going. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for just giving me that the platform and the time. And hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're gonna head on back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Street Fighter tournament coming up next. Stay tuned.